They say family is everything. But what happens when the people you sacrifice everything for make it clear you mean nothing to them? My name is Jake, and the day I learned the truth about my place in my family was the day I stumbled across a will, one that erased me with a single stroke of ink. It wasn't some emotional sit-down, no honesty, no respect, just an accident. A few months ago, I was at my parents' house, the same house I'd been helping pay for over the past 5 years. Mortgage? I covered it. Groceries? I stocked the fridge. Broken pipes, cracked tiles. I fixed it all. I was the safety net, the quiet provider. Meanwhile, my brother Eric did nothing. No job, no ambition, just waiting for life to hand him everything on a silver platter. And my parents? They were more than happy to polish it for him. That day, Dad asked me to scan some documents, bills, legal papers. I didn't think twice until I noticed one folder, estate plan and last will and testament. My stomach nodded. Curiosity tugged at me. After everything I'd done to keep that house standing, didn't I deserve to know how they planned to pass it on? So I opened it, and that's when the floor gave way beneath me. Everything was going to Eric. The house, the savings, every dime. My name appeared only once, buried in a hollow line. We love both our sons equally. Equally? That was their definition of equality? Rewarding laziness and erasing the one who carried them for years? I felt like a fool. Dad walked in casually. "What's taking so long?" I held up the will, staring him dead in the eye. "So, this is how it is? Everything to Eric? After everything I've done?" His face drained of color. For a second, I thought he'd apologize. But instead, he sighed, like I was a child throwing a tantrum. "Jake, it's not what you think," I snapped. "Really?" "Because it looks crystal clear. I pay your bills, fix your house, keep the lights on, while Eric sits around. And he's the one who matters?" All he managed was, "It's complicated." Complicated. That was his excuse. I called for Mom. She walked in, eyes dropping to the will in my hands. At least she looked guilty, but her words made my blood run hot. "Jake, honey, you don't need the inheritance. You're independent. You've got a good job. Eric, he struggles. We just want to make sure he's taken care of." And that was it. The moment something inside me broke. This wasn't ignorance. It was deliberate. They weren't rewarding effort. They were rewarding weakness. I set the will down carefully. My voice was calm, almost cold. "Got it. Thanks for clearing that up." And I walked out. From that day, I went no contact. No calls, no visits, no support. For once, they could fend for themselves. 2 weeks later, my phone buzzed, a text from Dad. "The property taxes are due." Not a hello, not a thank you, just a demand. I replied, "Ask Eric. It's his house." Minutes later, Mom called, then texted, "Please don't be like this. We need to talk." Now they wanted to talk? Now that the safety net was gone? I told her straight, "There's nothing to discuss. You made your choice. Live with it." Then Eric chimed in, "Dude, stop being dramatic. Just help them out like always." I almost laughed. Dramatic? "No, Eric, you've got it covered. You're the favorite, remember?" His reply, "Oh my God, are you seriously mad about the will?" Grow up, it's just money. Just money. Easy words from the man inheriting everything, I shot back. Then use it to pay the mortgage. Silence. Mom tried guilt-tripping me again. "We're your parents. Family takes care of each other. We raised you. Now you're abandoning us." Abandoning them? I had carried them for years. "You abandoned me the moment you cut me out of that will. Eric can handle things." The begging grew desperate. Another request, $3,500. No explanation, no apology, just entitlement. I declined. The calls turned into accusations. "You're selfish. We'll lose the house. Are you really going to let your family be homeless?" But I knew the truth. They weren't helpless. They were addicted to me solving their problems. The breaking point came at work. The front desk rang. "Your parents are here. They say it's an emergency." I told them not to let them up. But minutes later, my phone buzzed. "We're downstairs. Open the door." I stormed down, fury boiling in my veins. And there they were, Mom, Dad, and Eric, united like some twisted intervention. Mom snapped first. "Jake, finally, we need to talk." I leaned against the doorframe, arms crossed. "Number you need to leave." Dad scoffed. "You're really going to let us lose the house over a petty grudge?" I laughed, sharp, bitter. "Petty grudge? You mean the one where you erased me from your future while I kept you afloat?" "That grudge?" Mom gasped. "We only did what was best for the family." "No," I said steady. "You did what was best for Eric. Just admit it." Eric finally muttered, "Look, man, I didn't even ask for this." I turned on him. "No, you just take. You're 28, Eric. Get a job. You want to inherit the house? Start acting like a homeowner. Pay the bills. I'm done." His face burned red. Mom's lip trembled. Dad muttered, "Selfish." And that's when I said it. "I get it now. I was never family. I was just your paycheck." The silence after was deafening. I turned, walked back inside, and closed the door. Of course, they didn't stop. They took their pity parade to Facebook, painting me as the ungrateful son. Eric even posted about true family being about sacrifice. But I didn't play their game. I made one post, just one, honest, public. For years, I paid my parents' mortgage, bills, groceries, while my brother contributed nothing. Then I discovered I was erased from their will. When I stopped paying, they painted me as selfish. This isn't about money, it's about respect. Family isn't defined by blood. It's defined by loyalty, honesty, and reciprocity. And then I logged out. Because here's the truth. I don't owe anyone an explanation. My peace, my boundaries, my self-respect, they're worth more than any inheritance they dangled in front of me. Family is not blood. Family is action. If someone drains you, manipulates you, or uses family as a chain to control you, you are allowed to walk away. You are allowed to protect your peace. Don't mistake sacrifice for love. Love gives. Love respects. Love doesn't erase you while demanding your wallet. So let me ask you, are you giving endlessly to people who only take? And if so, how much longer before you decide enough is enough?